Yo, good people. It's your homie HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. Boogie, please go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So this is your homie HerbMan. I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. Okay. And what we do here on the HerbMan show is simply teach people how to heal themselves. And you cannot heal yourself if you do not know thyself. So we teach you guys about the human frame and the human design so that you can be well on your way to happiness, wholeness, and wellness. All right. So those are typically the top three things that we all desire in life. I know y'all got some little nuances here and there in there, but happiness, wholeness, and wellness should be at the top of your list. Okay. So this is a free information station, you guys. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear on this station. All you simply got to do to pay for this information is pay attention. Okay, and how you pay attention on the HerbMan show is by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. Once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into the subject matter at hand. I am the best herbalist on the planet, bar none. But I don't need to tell you that. I'm going to show you who I am and what we offer you in order for you to be able to heal yourself. Okay, instead of opening up a restaurant and having you come and get off my recipes and this, that. No. We're going to educate you on how to fish. Okay. So my class is teaching people how to fish. Somebody else's class may be opening up a restaurant, so you'll always be eating out of the palm of their hands. We don't want you to do that. Your health is your responsibility, not mine. So what we do is we teach you these mechanisms of macrocosm and microcosm, these mechanisms of nature versus your nature, these mechanisms of balance versus your imbalance, these mechanisms of negative energy versus positive energy, for you to know how you operate. And when you know how you operate, then you are look, a doctor is a person that works on everybody else, but you can be your own doctor. And what we offer you is an ability to doctor on yourself. Nah, I don't offer you an ability to go doctor on other people because you don't know what I know. But what I do offer you is the opportunity to take your health into your own hands, take your wealth into your own hands. Look, it's time out for you to be so codependent on systems and so codependent on other people's perceived expertise and professionalism. Now you need to ante up and provide skills for yourself to be able to be your own banker, your own doctor, your own pastor to your own self. Blaming religion for what they did. No, it's because you don't know God. Blaming the banking and capitalism for what they do. No, it's because you don't know how to get no money. Yourself. Blaming the systems of monogamy and polygamy and the divorce rate so high. It's you that don't know how to keep nobody. It ain't got nothing to do if you had one person or if you had 5 people. If you don't know how to keep somebody, then it don't matter if you got 1 wife or if you got 4 wives, you'll lose them because you don't know how to keep nobody. It's you that don't know how to keep nobody, not if it's monogamy. Monogamy is the reason why we ain't faithful. Polygamy is the reason why we need to be no, it don't matter. If you are unfaithful, some are gone, then it don't matter if you got 1 woman, if you got 5 of them, you won't be faithful. So it is you, it's not the system. You're so codependent, you're blaming external mechanisms on things when it is you, my friends. And what we're trying to get you to understand is you and how you operate. And so today, again, on this series, we're going to be teaching you about the I am. Okay, about the I am, right? And so you guys say, well, I am, that's a God consciousness. No, it ain't. I am ain't no God consciousness. It's a statement. I am is a statement. If I'm sick, who's the healer? I am. If I'm broke, who gonna get me rich? I am. If I'm lonely, who gonna be able to fix that? I am. It's a statement that I am all encompassing. I am all exclusive and inclusive. I am everything. And so what I desire is me. And what I'm looking for is me. There's no other me. There's no other me. It's me. So I can't be out here as a man looking for a woman that acts like me when I'm the only person. And you have to cherish and value the singleness that you bring to the paradigm, and the individualism that you bring to the paradigm, and the person that you bring to the paradigm, for you to understand that it is only you and is one beautifully and wonderfully made you. There ain't no copy. So a lot of women are trying to find men that's just like them. You can't. A lot of men are trying to find women just like them. You can't. There's only one you. And we want you to value that. And what we teach you here on the HerbMan Show is to value your lower self part of you and your higher self part of you. We want you to value your animalistic instinct, but we also want you to value your holy instinct. We want you to value your animal man, and we want you to value your holy man. All right. That's what we want you to do. So we going in. Please keep tapping the screen, you guys. I'll keep talking. If you keep tapping, I'll keep talking. This is the best station on social media. Okay. I am the best. You are the best. And we are the best. Okay. I am the best. You are the best. And we are the best. Okay. And you got to learn how to start putting this out. So when I say I am, and what we offer you here, and I'll get through all of this in a second. But when you say I am, this thing gonna answer 3 questions. Who I am. What I am. Where I am. And that's the problem. The problem is you don't know who you are. The problem is that you don't know what you are. And the problem is that you don't know where you are. And for your funky, measly little $50 and a birthday, we give you the answer to all 3 of these. Who I am, what I am, and where I am. These are questions that need to be answered in order for you to grasp the power of the I am. Okay? And what we're trying to get you to understand, we're live from South Africa. You guys, we're coming live on TikTok and live on YouTube. So if you guys want to be going on YouTube, you want to come here, it don't really matter. This stuff is going to continue to fester. I'm probably one of the fastest growing people on the social media. So watch me grow. Either you can be a part of it, or you can try to get me in your last hour, like most of y'all do. Oh, man, I heard about you. My mama about to die. We done tried Yaki. We done tried Patrick Dales. We done tried Dr. This. We done tried Bobby Price. We done tried everything. We done went to church and tried Jesus. We done did everything, but mama still about to die. Don't come to me last. Come to me first. Come to me last. Come to me first. Before you go to the doctor, before you go to your pastor, before you go to your psychiatrist, before you spend all of that, usurp all of that energy, all of that currency, because energy is currency and time is currency. So you'll spend all that time doing all of that and all that money, because time and money equals the same thing. So you're going to spend time and money on all of that, and you still sick, and you want to come to me last. And now when you come to me, you have no time and no money. And the money fine, because I don't cost that much. Oh, funky measly $50 ain't nothing compared to what you spent. But you ain't got no time, you ain't got no energy. So then if I say, okay, the programming take 90 days, you ain't got it. I ain't got 90 days. Because they sucked and bled and vampired all of the energy out of it. Dialysis is a vampire. Chemotherapy is a vampire. Radiation is a vampire. And you worried about parasites. Y'all better come on somewhere, man. Y'all better come on somewhere. So what we're trying to get you to understand is that you have 3 modes of time. we're trying to defeat time because time is the nemesis of everlasting life. So if somebody told me I'm supposed to live forever, if somebody said that this is a heavenly experience, if somebody said that we're not supposed to die, which we're not, if somebody is teaching that type of philosophy, which I am, and I stand 10 toes down ground on it, then what it is that you must understand how to defeat time. But look at this right here. A lot of you guys are worried about where you're being. And a lot of you guys are worried about what you're becoming. Okay? So you spend a lot of time on what you done did, and you spend a lot of time on what you want to do, but you don't rarely spend time on just being. Okay? Now, again, you guys, this is going to be recorded on YouTube, so it don't even really matter. Once I get finished with this, you can go on there and learn. Okay? So you spend so much time in the past being what I done did. This is who I done been. This is the past. And then some of you mentally are spending too much time in the future. But this is what I want to do. But what about the time that you spend in where you at? So my point to you is that when we're looking at these levels of existence, when we're looking at how to heal ourselves, when we're looking at the dynamic of polarity and the charge that we're trying to get as far as healing ourselves, and when we're looking at the owner's manual in the program in which we provide, then you'll understand that what we're trying to do is locate you. Are you in the being? Are you in the becoming? Or can't you be in the moment? Can you be in the being? Okay? Are you focusing on what you've been through? Are you focusing on what you're becoming? Or can't you just focus on where you at today in the being? So when you come to me, I need for you to be able to focus and concentrate on the being. Not what you done did, not where you been, not what you want to do, what you want to become, but who you are at the moment. Okay? And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. I know you like, I don't like where I'm at right now, though. But it's okay because I need for you to live in it because the disgust. See, when you try to suppress your reality, that's the problem. You're suppressing that molestation. It's going to come back to hurt you. You're suppressing that abuse. It's going to come back to hurt you. You're suppressing that all this treacherous stuff that done happened to you is going to come back. I don't want you to suppress it. Feel it and let it go. It's okay to feel these emotions, but it's not okay to suppress them to turn into cancers in the body. Okay? So what we need is, again, for you to understand the body and the mind. So your body right now is sick. Okay? Your body right now is poor. Okay? Your body right now is lonely. Okay? So guess what? These are not bad things. These are not wrong things. These are just energies that are creating the negative polarity. Okay? Sickness, poor, and lonely are not bad. They're not wrong. They're not even in those categories. They're just energies that are creating a negative charge. Negative don't mean bad. Negative don't mean wrong. Negative is just a polarity. That means that you got the opposite end of the stick in dealing with a certain situation. But I need the negative energy, and then what we'll do here is then that we'll combat that negative energy. So even though I'm sick in the body, my mind is about healing. Even though I'm sick even though I'm poor in the pockets, my mind is rich. Even though I'm lonely in the physical, my mind is always about partnerships. Now, what did this create? This creates the positive charge. The positive polarity. What's happening is you guys are getting sick and it's bringing your mind down. You guys are going through financial despair, but it's doing something to here. 2 negatives on a battery won't crank up your car. 2 negatives in a battery won't crank up your car. 2 negatives on a battery won't let your cell phone work. 2 negatives on a battery won't let your child's toys work. 2 negatives on a battery has no charge. But if I get a positive mind with a negative result in my life, what's happening is I'm creating the charge. I got a negative thing going on in the body. I got a positive thing going on in the mind. And therefore, the two creates the charge. And I'm telling you, and I'll say this one more time for the people that are loving me and the people that are hating me and the people that are deaf and the people that need sign language and the people that came in the classroom late. Let me scream this to the top of my lungs. It is polarity. Polarity has always been the recipe for everything. And we give you this in your owner's manual for a measly little $50. And if you're in South Africa, 500 Rand. Okay. Now, here is the understanding that if I have a negative energy and a positive energy, I create charge, change. Let me say that one more time. If I have a negative polarity and a positive polarity and then connect them together in this alignment, when I align, then guess what? It's going to create a charge. A charge is a change. So look, my car is off, but when I put the key in and crank it up, it's on. The toy don't work, but when I go get some new Energizer Bunnies, some new Duracells, it worked. The charge changed the condition. The charge changed the scenario. Okay? So when you are sick, you need to be having a mind that you can heal yourself. When you are broke financially, you need to have a rich mind in order to change your situation. When you are lonely and you want people around you, family, you need to have a different take mentally. So yes, I can be in these things physically. My body can be one place and my mind can be another. And that is going to create the polarity to get me to where I want to be in life. Everybody understand that? Put some ones in the chat. If you guys got questions, let me know. Okay. Everybody understand that? Put some ones in the chat. If you guys got questions, let me know. So what we're offering you is this ancient ass system. Okay. Better than medications, better than anything on the planet. Really, if you ask me, it's better than anything on the planet. And I ain't just saying that because I am, but because I'm doing this, I'm saying that because it's true. It's true. This is nature 101. So now you must understand how to maneuver through the time and space. So let's just say that this is the water world. We came from the water and we're still in the water, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say these are waves of life, right? So you got your high tide and your low tides. You got these waves of life. You got these frequencies, right? That looks like waves of life, right? But these are just nothing but energies and frequencies, but they operate in wave-like patterns, okay? Waves, aka waters, okay? So now if we're in the water, let me teach you about how to survive in the ocean so that you will understand what the hell HerbMan talking about. How to survive in the ocean. When the water is raging, okay, what is the first thing? Well, first of all, you must know that you can't swim in raging waters. And life sometimes can mimic raging waters, okay? But you must understand something, that sometimes the waters can be calm, but you still out to sea. Sometimes the water can be calm. So that means that sometimes life can provide you a little bit of less turbulence, but it's still water. Now, the thing I want you to grasp while you're watching me today, the thing that I want you to learn, the thing that I want you to conceptualize while you're watching me today is who can grab water. If anybody can grab water and hold water, let me know. Because see, you really can't grab water. You can't harness water like you want to be, right? So you must take that out of the paradigm. You can't hold on to something that is elusive as water. That's the first thing. So watch your attachment issues, but let's keep on going. So when water is calm, they tell us by the book, in order to survive in an ocean that's calm, is that you must do what? Relax. And breathe. See, even in calm water, you must relax and breathe. And then it goes a little further, and it says that if you can float, if you can float vertically, thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother of time and space. If you can float vertically, then guess what? When water gets calm, but you still can't feel the bottom of this thing. You see, this life is deep. So even though it is calm sometimes, you still can't feel your footing. I can't grasp nothing. I can't get firmness. I can't get a foundation. I can't walk on the water. I can't hold the water. I can't provide a foundation. So what's happening is I got to learn how to float in the calmness of life sometimes, and I also got to learn how to float in the turbulence. But I'm gonna tell you something right now is that sometimes the water do get calm, but you still can't feel the bottom. You still can't hold on to nothing. So that means that even in the calm state of life, you still got to learn how to float. You got to learn how to ride these waves. So the water calmness is the low tide. Low tide is still telling me to relax and breathe, but float vertically. Now, in the book, it says float vertically, standing straight up and put your knees up to your chest and just try to float when it's calm like that, upright. Oh, but it says that when water is raging, when the water is raging. I hope y'all got that. And if you don't get it, they'll go ahead and go to YouTube after the video and you'll better get it. But it says that when the water is raging, now some of y'all got the raging waters in your life. You still got to relax and breathe. So some of this is automatically going to be a part of the programming. See, and you can't reprogram yourself until you relax and breathe. You can't do this that I'm teaching you until you learn how to relax and breathe. And I told y'all this church keep you sympathetic. It keep you sympathetic. When I'm sick, I don't need to be in no upheaval. I need to be relaxed, catch my breath and catch my thoughts so that intuition can come to me and show me how to make it through these moments. When you get that diagnosis, you're sympathetic. You don't know how to relax and breathe. When you see, so diagnoses and churches is all keeping you in a rut and you don't even understand it because you don't know the human frame and the human design. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. Float horizontally. Floating horizontally is what you do during the water raging. But as you can see that all of this, nothing changed, but when the water is calm, I float vertically. When the water is raging, I float horizontally. So that means that during a low tide, I can stand up a little bit to see where I'm going, but I still can't feel the bottom. When you're in the water, what I'm trying to get you to understand that this life essence, this purpose, this understanding of life is deeper than what you guys are really understanding. Your pastor ain't really verbalizing how deep this really is. Your bishop, your imam, your rabbi is not really articulating to you the depthness of this experience. And so you don't know how to float because you don't know how to relax and breathe. There's no way that consciousness, Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Buddha consciousness, or whoever you believe in consciousness, can enter into you when you can't relax and breathe. So you got to mimic something. When the water is raging, I must relax and breathe, and I must float on my back horizontally. When the waters is calm, I must relax and breathe, and I must float vertically. This is literally in the book for you to learn how to be able to survive in the oceans on the planet, but is also esoterically a part of the essence for you to understand how to float in life. Okay? And again, I bring you back to the declaration of the I am. Again, being a doctor is a person who's trying to learn how to doctor on people outside themselves. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You can be a doctor that learns how to operate on themselves. I don't want to work on nobody else. I ain't trying to get nobody else no blood pressure test. I ain't trying to get nobody else no blood sugar test. I ain't trying to prick nobody's finger. I ain't trying to take no blood. I ain't trying to do no surgeries. I ain't trying to prescribe no medication. I can't tell you what's going on with you. But what I do know how to do is be my own doctor. I am my own healer. You can do that. See, but you leaving that up to somebody else is your failure. And ultimately it will become your demise. So you don't know how to build your own house. You're not a builder. You should be your own construction worker. You should be your own banker. You should be your own pastor. You should be your own doctor. You should be your own cook. You should be your own cleaner. You should be your own gardener. You should be your own farmer. You should be your own everything. But because you have not grasped the I am, but see, Jesus Christ, if you believe in the story, which I don't, I believe in the principles, not the people. The principles are real. But the principle of this particular dynamic said that Jesus said, I am 7 times. Now we know that 7 is equal to the Most High, the 7 chakras. So then the man said that I am the vine. I am the dough. Come on now, somebody. I am the life. I am the truth, the way. I am it that you're looking for. Who we looking for? Where you at? I am it. And when you get sick, you don't say I am, you say the doctor. You're supposed to do it. When you get in despair, you don't say I am, you say the pastor's supposed to find me. When you get all mentally discombobulated and you get into your mental illness state, you say, oh, the psychologist and the therapist are supposed to do it. But what about your power? Somebody please put in the chat that I am my own healer. I am that which I am seeking. I have the power to heal myself in every area that I see lack. I am my own healer. Don't just talk about the physical aspects of you, but you are the healer of your mental illness. You are the healer of your emotional illness. You are the healer of your physical illness, and you are the healer of every other illness that you may have. It is you. The man said that I find it not robbery to be equal with God, which means that I'm trying to get you to understand that I ain't taking nothing away from a creator by acting like him, because they said that I was made in that image. I was made in the image. I was made to say I am. I was made to recover. I was made to rejuvenate. Come on, somebody. I was made to rehabilitate. I was made to regenerate. I was beautifully and wonderfully made. But you can't blame mama for nothing. And you can't blame daddy for nothing because they don't know this information. And it's out of their ignorance they raise you. And it's out of your ignorance you raising children. So ain't nobody to blame for what's happening to you. It's because we don't understand our human design. You can't blame your uncle for molesting you because that's all he knew. And even though it was hurt, and hurt folk, ignorant folk, gonna do the same thing. And it's out of your ignorance that you're creating industry. There would be no industry if you knew your capabilities. If you were your own construction, man, there would be no construction other than what you build for your family. If you were your own doctor, there would be no hospitals because you'll heal yourself. See, if you understood the efficacy of transactions, then there'll be no banking system because you'll be doing your own banking. But it's out of your ignorance of your power, of your design, that you're stricken and you're written with sickness and brokenness and failure because you don't know who you really are. And I'm here to tell you that you are it. It ain't nothing past you. It ain't nothing behind you. It is you, my friend. So this ain't a God conscious. This is a statement. This is an energy. This is a frequency. Okay? This is a frequency. This is frequency. Okay? Now, frequency, because as soon as I wrote the word, it hit me. See, this is how I operate in the spirit. I just talk and let everything else do what it do. If I say the wrong thing, because it was meant to. If I say the right thing, because it was meant to. So some of y'all on here fussing and hollering because I'm cussing. Going back, if you all you hear is cuss words, then you ain't spiritually need to be on him. Because you can't bypass words to see spirit. Then you still religious. Nobody can intellectualize spirit. Nobody can intellectual. I don't need you to teach me about a spirit. I need for you to show me spirit. Come on, somebody. I got a mama that been in church all my life. I got grandparents that been in church beyond my life. You can't teach spirit. You show it. I'm not on here to intellectualize and verbalize and articulate to you something spiritual. I'm here to show it to you. I'm here to demonstrate to you the spirit's power. Stop trying to learn something that ain't supposed to be learned in that way. You can't learn God in a book, y'all. You can't learn God in the book. If you don't know that there's a God because of the sun, the moon, the stars, the universe, how beautiful the earth is, the water staying in place, the air always there for you, the water. If you can't see God in that aspect, then ain't nothing going to allow you to see it. To see God, you look up, not down. Okay? Frequency. What is another word for frequency? Somebody real quick hit me. What is another word for frequency? What is another word for frequency? So if I say frequency is energy, but then if I use frequency in another word, hey, look here. When you gonna come around here? We know that frequency means energy and vibration. Get off of that. Get off of that. We know that frequency means energy and vibration. Y'all ain't catching it. Frequency also means the often amount of time that something happens, right? Listen to me, follow me. Y'all talking the same thing. Frequency also means something frequent happening, right? It's the how often something happens. Are y'all following me? Frequency means sound, energy, vibration, everything y'all said. But the word frequency also means when your ass coming back. How frequent are you going to visit? How frequent am I going to see you? What is the frequency in which you want me to come to work? Right? Am I right? So frequency not only means energy going out, but then it also means how often. How often will I see you? What is the frequency of your visitation? And I'm trying to get you to understand that the I am is an energy that can come as often as you would like. Oh man, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Please keep tapping, I'll keep talking, you guys. Please keep tapping, I'll keep talking. This is what being in the spirit looked like without a Bible. Without a Bible. This is what pastoring and shepherding and bishoping looks like, and the revering and I went down and I heard all that. It looks just like this. It's the giving of oneself in the flow of energy. And you let what let be. The flow, the energy. So frequency ain't just about what channel I'm on, how I'm channeling. How do I channel this? Is I say I am that which I'm seeking. Oh, my body is sick. My mind got to be in a healing state. And so now every time that I get into these sunken places, sunken of sickness, sickness is not a bad or a wrong thing. Sickness is a frequency. So you can get sickness is a energy, and you can get sick all the time or no time. Poor is a frequency. It ain't real, it's an energy. So you can get poor one time or all the time because it's an energy. It'll come one time, it'll come all the time, or it'll come no time. Loneliness is an energy. It ain't real, but it's an energy. It'll come. It'll come all the time, sometimes, or no time. These energies can come as often as you present the opportunity. So you got to have something to buffer this thing. So frequency ain't just an energy, but it's also telling me how often I can do something. So I can get into this I am frequency and then stay there as long as I want to. I can get into this I am frequency and stay there for however long as I want to, because I'm dealing with frequency. I'm dealing with energy, and I'm also dealing with the amount of times I want to be in this particular energy. Okay? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that when we do your owner's manual, we're trying to reconnect this thing, right? We don't care if you're sick. That's fine. The body can get sick. It's a body. It's a physical body. We don't care if you broke. That's fine. It happens to the best of us. You spend all your goddamn money, it is what it is. You find sometimes that the body can be in a desolate situation. It can be in a broken situation. But here's the thing. Your mind can't be broke. Your body can be broke, but your mind can't if you want to change the location of the body. Your body can be sick, but your mind can't if you want to change the condition of the body. Your body can be in a lonely state, but your mind can't if you're trying to change the condition of the body. And what I'm telling you is that when you get a diagnosis, you're coming to me sick-minded. I can't help you. And what I'm telling you is that you're poor and you're broke according to the standards of capitalism. And you don't know how to get out of that. It's because it has gotten to your mind. I see a lot of broke people and a lot of poor people that don't study enough in my own family. So I know this, it ain't just friends and co-workers and in my own family, hollering broke, but don't spend no time researching, studying, don't put no time and effort in getting out of that particular state of being. So you pull in the pockets because you ain't doing enough. And you jealous and looking at me. How in the hell he going overseas? He been over there 4 months. I know he got a $300,000 house in America, and he got a car in America, and he just paying for that too. Plus he over there too. Because I'm living rich, and I ain't even rich. Because I'm here is rich. I didn't have to be here rich. And I've broken out of the gate. I've broken out of what you're in. I've broken out of the matrix. I've broken out of the system. I've broken out of it. And it ain't because I got a lot of money in my pockets. It's because I got a lot of time in my mind. I put a lot of effort in the study. I put a lot of so what I'm trying to get you to understand, that I broke out because of the same thing I'm teaching you. And you don't have to have a whole lot of money to live like a rich man. You don't have to have a whole lot of people to not feel lonely. You don't have to have a whole lot of knowledge in order to heal yourself. You just got to know thyself and know thy power and declare that you are everything that you need. Any questions? What say you? Please keep tapping. I'll keep talking, you guys. Please keep tapping. I'll keep talking. I'm going to give way over to the YouTube and give way over to you guys and just see where y'all at and what y'all want to talk about, man. I am full of the spirit, as you can see, and we're here, man. We're here. And I'm trying to get you to understand that the lower self, this is the animalistic you that's necessary. Don't try to kill your lower self. Stop trying to kill your body. Stop trying to kill your flesh. They ain't tell you that. See, the thing about it is, what they want you to see is that you think that the body is wrong and bad, and that is crazy. The body is necessary. It's a necessary energy. They're just like telling me that the roots of a plant ain't no good. We don't need the roots. Well, without the roots, you'll have no shoot. And a shoot is everything. The shoot is the leaves, the fruits, the bark. Everything that grows above the ground is considered to be the shoot, if you know anything about plants. So I ain't just coming on here trying to tell you about something that I don't know. I know astrology, biology. I know phytonutrients. I know the plant life. I know your life. I know God. I know everything. So what I'm trying to get you to see is put it all together, and you'll understand that the root is just as important as the shoot. And the deeper I go down is going to be the deeper I rise. The higher I rise. The deeper I go down, the higher I rise. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is stop devaluing the root in you. Stop devaluing the lower self. You can't kill flesh. You can't starve yourself to death to get into a spiritual consciousness. I ain't saying eat up everything either. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the old gurus and what we've learned from, they fasted and they starved the body to death because they were under the understanding that the flesh was evil. That is not true. And you keep looking at things in a wrong and a right, you'll be wrong all the time. Your body is necessary to get you through the paradigm. The more value you understand about that preservation of that body, in order to encapsulate, in order to house your super spiritual self. Because you can be super spiritual, but without your body, how we know? Shit, you're dead. We don't know you. Without your body, we don't know you. You can come on the thing, be holy as you want to be. So the Bible says, I'm so high, I'm so heavenly minded, I'm no earthly good. And that's the gurus, that's the monks. They were so heavenly minded, trying to get somewhere, that there was no earthly good. But even Paul went through that. See, Paul, if you understand, Paul said, shit, I'd rather be with you. But God said, God told him, said, I know you want to come up here, but look, I still got stuff for you to do down now. I don't need for you coming up here when it's a work for you to do that. So when you come up here, your vacation. It's work time, Paul. Ain't no vacation time. I know you think you the shit because you wrote the epistles, you wrote the New Testament, but it's work to be done on the. See, when you get too high-minded, you'll be no earthly good. That is what it's trying to get you to understand. Some of you guys are not valuing this lower self-concept, and you think your flesh is evil. You think that your habits and all this stuff, all you got to do is manage it. How do I manage it? With the opposite mentality. If the body want to eat up everything, the mind got to be one that wants the diet. If the body want to work all day, it's got to be your mind that want a vacation. The polarity, the opposite. If your body want to sex all day, it's got to be the mind that says, hold on now. Let me get a little bit more juices build up around this thing. Ain't no need me. I need to have something I can spit out. Take a little break. The mind is the stop sign. The mind is the opposite charge of what the body wants. The body wants that hot dog, but the mind says, not today. The body wants the ice cream, but the mind says, hold your horse. The body want to fuck everything walking. I fuck everything. But the mind says, pace yourself, my brother. Everything gonna be okay. And y'all don't got that. And that's the discrepancy in why we're dying. The battery in your car, the battery in your phone, the positive and negative is still the same thing that charges your house. This positive and negative allows your car to run, your house to run, your cell phone to run. What you think it's gonna make you do? Get up and run. See, this positive and negative turns your car on. Turns your cell phone on. It turns your house on. So what you think that this positive and negative understanding of polarity gonna do for your debilitated body, for your debilitated kidneys, for your debilitated heart, for your debilitated pockets? It's gonna cause a charge. It's gonna turn it on to something else. But see, you don't know this science. And so what's happening is you're allowing the body to affect the mind. And so the body gets into a negative energy and the mind gets there. And two negatives don't turn shit on. Two negatives won't turn on the phone, the car, it won't turn on the house, and it won't turn your situation around. And what we're providing for you in the owner's manual for that little funky measly $50 that you're mad about and bothered about is this system. I'm not giving you a product, a panacea product. I'm giving you a panacea program. You can take this into your own hands and be able to see the validity in what I'm saying. The people who are dying is because it got to their mind. The people who are broke for years and years and years is because poverty got into the mind. I woke up in the family being impoverished. I woke up in this poor-ass family. I lived the earlier parts of my life in this poor-ass family. But it is on me to not allow that poverty to get into my mind. I might have been going through these lonely states of being. But it's on me to guard my mind and not allow loneliness to get in here. And what I see is that if I do this and I say, well, I'm supposed to be married even though I'm alone, that charge, a hit, and you'll change your situation. When you replace your battery in your car, no matter how dead it was on the side of the highway, no matter how much it wouldn't crank up at Quick Trip, no matter how much it wouldn't crank up that morning for you to get to work, when you found enough money to go get a new battery, it resurrected your transportation. No matter how dead your phone was or the child's toys was, when you went and bought new batteries, the toys came alive. The phone came back on. If you're looking for resurrection, rejuvenation, regeneration, if you're looking for renewal, if you're looking for this thing to get you back to where you're going, please, you need polarity. Your mind can't go into the same place the body went. As far as healing. So that when we get into this alignment, this must say, I'm sick body, I'm going to heal myself in my mind. And you'll heal yourself. You'll get to the right people, in the right places, with the right things, and it'll happen for you. Because you have the charge. The charge, CHARGE, is the change. Somebody put that in the chat, please, for me. The charge is the change. So now I give you herbs that are going to give you that positive and negative charge depending on what you got going on. If you got some negative stuff, we're going to give you some positive charge herbs. If you got some positive stuff, we're going to give you some negative charge herbs. We're meaning that positive don't mean good and negative don't mean bad. These are just opposites. Polarity. We're providing the substance that's not there. So again, without the root can be what you want to call it, but it ain't nothing but polarity. The root going down, but the shoot going up is a polarity. Opposites, like a magnet. People, our stuff work because we're doing ancestral stuff with nature. We're not going off of my intelligence. We're not going off of me reading books. And look, if I read all the books and I go all to the doctor schools, hell, I ain't no different than the folk you've been already knowing. I ain't got no knock on nobody. Y'all keep on patronizing these people, but understand the difference. Understand that difference, okay? So we must be able to provide this difference in our situation in order for us to change our situation. It won't happen no other way. And that owner's manual is showing you how to work polarity, because polarity is the recipe. Now, I know I asked y'all for questions a while ago and I didn't get it. Rashida, you need to give me that information. I just emailed you. Give me your information because I don't know what's what, okay? So you need to let me know which one of them you need for which one, okay? I sent you the email. We are rich in kindness. All right, Rashida, now you starting to talk crazy. Rich in kindness, what you mean? The charge is the change. Thank you, man, it's 78. The charge is the change. You talking about rich in kindness. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Kindness is good, but kindness ain't gonna do nothing when your ass got cancer. I'm trying to show you exactly what you need to be doing and the mentality that you need to have. This I am is a energy. It's a frequency. This ain't got nothing to do with you trying to be God, none of that type of shit. We got to get that out of there. Remember that book is not about people. It's about principles. So this I am is a principle, okay? This ain't a person saying this. This is a principle. That's a principle. That's a principle. That's not a something. This is a principle. You got to learn this stuff. That's why folks shouldn't be teaching the Bible, because they're trying to put it in people. You don't look. We done came too far now. We're too modern for you to keep trying to tell me that these are people. Now, pastor, bishop, reverend, if you really look, I came up in the church. I was a minister in the church, and I'm still one if you can't see, but I'm the best one out there because I took away the skin color. I took away the personification, and I'm now just understanding the focus of the principles. Teach the people from the principles. Just go ahead and put it out there. Jesus ain't real, but it's a real principle. John the Baptist was a real principle. Matthew is giving you a real principle. Luke is giving you a principle. Mark is giving you a principle. Okay? Corinthians and Ephesians and all of these different churches are giving you principles. Not people, but they are principles. Okay? The disciplines. There you go. The 12 disciplines. There you go, Rashida. Now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. So the principle in I am. So you got to get that. Why would he say finding out Robert to be equal with God? Because he didn't say that because it wasn't a he. That's a principle. And you guys are not being able to conjugate up this principle, so we can't get this root. We can't get this thing to rise up. We can't get you to your most high state in your lowest time. Listen to what I just said right there. Let me say that one more time. We are failing to get you at your most highest state in your lowest time. And that's why you don't really believe the way you used to no more. That's why there's a great falling away. That's why there's this big old opportunity now for tarot card and all this disbelief now, because a pastor can't stand up and really get his tail out between his legs, and forget seminary, and forget the Catholicism, and forget what they're gonna say about you in the government, and forget what they're gonna do about your bishopric that you're trying to go for, and forget what they're gonna do about, and tell people the truth that these folk ain't real, but these are real principles. Now let's teach you, because once you start saying principle and start teaching from that, folks start really understanding life now. But you teach from a person, ain't nobody like Jesus, and we all done been in there and said that I ain't Jesus. You still got to work on me, right? Because you are measuring yourself up to another person. But what about measuring yourself up to a principle? Then it's more feasible for you to do it. It's more feasible for you to see yourself in it. It's more feasible for you to see that I'm talking about you. But if I keep saying Jesus, y'all gonna keep telling me that I ain't there yet, and God's still working on me. So you cussing and fussing, you doing all this because you want to say that I ain't the same person as Jesus, but Jesus ain't real. It's a principle. You could do the principle. Hell no, you can't be like Jesus, but you could be like the principle. You can do the principle. You can do the principle. And if I start teaching principles from these stories, then you'll start seeing that they're more doable. They're more applicable. They're more attainable to my life, and they're more effective in me being able to utilize them. You see, it's just a change in understanding. Okay, that's why it ain't working, because you keep trying to put people to try to be like this person, and this person, as soon as you say he wasn't born from a daddy and he was born from a God, you automatically tap me out. Shit, ain't nobody. I was born from an alcoholic, and I was born from a crackhead and a workaholic. You feel what I'm saying? I got a crackhead and a workaholic genes in me. It ain't Jesus genes. So you automatically detach me from the scenario by saying that this man did this when I ain't born like that, nor did I think like that, nor did I come under those conditions. So there's a disconnect. So now you got the pastors and you got the religion causing the enmity between you and God. And see, you don't even see it, but they're causing it because they're teaching it wrong. You don't teach people about people. You teach people principles. You don't teach people about people. You teach people principles. Anybody else got anything else to say before I go any further? Amy D. Long, what's going on? Good morning to you out there in YouTube land. What's going on out there in YouTube land? Energy is the power. Yes, Cheryl Richardson. Energy is the power, but do you know how to tap into it? Do you know how to conjugate up your energy? Okay, so again, these are the three things that identify when you are lost, right? A person who's sick is lost. They don't know the human frame and the human design. The person who is broke, poor, is lost. They don't know their luxury. They don't know really what they got in the palms of their hands and their minds, right? And the person who is lonely can't see around them. They lost. You can't see all this stuff around you. You ain't never lonely. Girl, you everything around you. There's no way you could be alone, right? But the trick of the mind can do these things, right? So what we try to do is we try to see the world with our two eyes. Okay? We try to see the world with these things. Okay? How many people wear glasses and how many people don't wear? If you don't wear glasses, put 1 in the chat. If you do wear glasses, put 2 in the chat. Watch out. I'm finna show y'all something. You know me, when I start going with these trick ass questions, I'm finna go somewhere. If you wear glasses, put a 2 in the chat. If you don't wear glasses, put a 1 in the chat. So I got some 2s, I got some 1s. All right, I got a lot of females on here. So let me say something. Why you wear makeup? Why you wearing a wig? Why you wearing earrings in your ear? Why you overweight? If you don't wear glasses, that means you got good eyesight. What you seeing in the mirror that's wrong? If you don't wear glasses and you wear makeup, wigs, jewelry, all this stuff, try to enhance yourself, or you fat as hell and don't change it, if you can see all that, what is imperfect about you that you got to wear makeup? What do you see with your two physical eyes that say that you need some enhancement on God's doing, on nature's doing of you? What I'm really trying to get you to understand is that even if you wear glasses or if you don't, you're not able to see yourself the way you need to see. So even though a person with two eyes that don't wear glasses, but if they got makeup on, if they wearing all this stuff, they can't see themselves. You see? Because what you're looking at in the mirror should not be looked at with these two eyes, but with the one eye. Because you should be seeing yourself in the image that you were made in, which is nature. If you came out, but what's happening is you so socially engineered. So you think that what you see, you ain't wearing no glasses, but you think you ugly. Who told you were ugly? Ugly got to be engineering. Ugly got to be measured up to another person. I don't measure people to people. You teach people principles, not teach people about other people. Because that person, that's their walk, that's their understanding, that's their truth. I don't pin yours up to them. You need to learn the principles to know yourself. The owner's manual will show you how to know thyself. If you're interested in your owner's manual, please DM me. We'll get you the information that you need. All right. So perfect eyes and still can't see the truth. Now, if you wear glasses, I'll give you a pass. Because obviously, you might can't see yourself in that motherfucker, you need some help. But a perfect eye, some bitch that's still wearing wigs, makeup, weave, all this type of stuff, is because these work, but that one don't. And you're seeing yourself in the eyes, the two eyes that see itself in the way of man. So the definition of ugly, you've categorized yourself in that. The definition of acne or pimples or skin issues and discoloration, this is what they taught you with your two eyes. So you looking in the mirror at, my skin this color, my this and my that, I need to do this and that. I need some highlight. I need to do. Your two eyes can't see well, sister. Your two eyes can't see well, my brother. Because you're seeing yourself in the physical, not in the spiritual. So yes, you will enhance that. But my point to you is that you'll fall away from the spiritual. You'll fall away from the foundation in which you were created. Good eyes and still can't see thyself. Good eyes and still can't see how perfect you are, how wonderfully and beautifully made you are. Crazy. If you can see yourself without a mirror, then that's good. Original organic orgasm, whatever you want to call yourself. Your name too long. That's why you ain't getting no traction. Shorten that. Call yourself 4-0. And then tell people what it means. Okay? But if you are using the one eye, the spiritual eye, and you've been able to see yourself in the way that God created you, then that's when you'll start to see the power that lies within. Remember that I teach you guys, the deeper you go within, all right, the deeper you go within is the less you'll start to associate yourself with titles, okay? The deeper you start to change yourself from within, the titles will start ripping away. You'll start to see that the wife construct or the mother construct or the father construct or the business construct or the white and the black or the language barrier or the skin color barrier, all this stuff will start to be ripped away as you go deeper in. Because when you go deeper in, that's what they call white as snow. White as snow is when you're going inside, deep down inside, then it's clear. It's white as snow. It don't have any differentiations, any differences. We the same as you start layering down inside, peeling back the onion to go in. But if you're exterior, all that shit means something to you. Skin color, where you at, who you is, where you been, how you been, what you do, what you did, when you did it, where you did it at, who you is, what is in your bank account, all that shit. That is a telltale sign that you ain't deep enough for me, pimping. Because if you go deep in, you'll see that shit ain't shit. Why would I want to spend my life chasing money when I'm already living in abundance? But the abundance that I've been taught is that I need the abundance of money. But the abundance that I found out I got through the spiritual revelation is that I got abundance of time. And you say, well, how you have abundance of time? We all got to die. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're ripping away that death consciousness. If I got time, I got everything I need. If I get understanding that I got everlasting life, what I do is I dispel everlasting mindset, okay? A everlasting consciousness, an everlasting presence, because consciousness means being in the present moment. So an everlasting presence, okay? It defeats time. If you have an everlasting consciousness, meaning that you can be in the being all day. You ain't worried about where you've been, and you ain't worried about what you're becoming. What do you need to become? Nature already got what your becoming is. A baby to an elder. Nature ain't talking about you being no doctor. Nature ain't talking about you being no lawyer. Excuse me. Nature ain't talking about you being shit. Nature already got your beginning and your becoming. You was a baby that's becoming an adult. Nature already got the script wrote, but you want to write a different script. And that's the problem. You don't want to go back to nature. You want to do this shit your way. And in your way, the end result is death. And that's okay. You get free will, you can do whatever you want to do, but you won't be able to do it for long. But in Eden, in the Garden of Eden, in heaven, you have to be able to relinquish your will to the will. And the will is allowing you to live everlasting, but at a pace. You can't be too consumptive forever. Time gonna get you. You can't eat up all the pig and all the hog maw forever. Time gonna get you. You can't eat up all the fruits and vegetables, vegan ass nigga. Time gonna get you because you're swapping Peter to pay Paul, but you still haven't dealt with the consumptive nature in you. That's the problem. So that means you're still under time. But an everlasting mindset knows how to moderate, knows how to meditate, and knows how to pace itself in the ambiance, in the peacefulness of understanding the flow of nature. Like a bear. A bear ain't crying because it's hibernating. And a bear ain't overly excited when it start eating. Because they understand, okay, I'm going to eat, but I got to go to sleep out of this. So a bear taking in, it's the flow. I eat what I need to eat, and I sleep the way I need to sleep. And I'm content with both of those, but you're not, human. You're not content with chilling, peace, relax. You don't like that. I'm going to go get it. I got to go get the bag. That means that you are going to run out of time. I hope y'all get this, man. Anybody else? Anybody else got any questions? Anybody else got any questions? So you understand this, right? Everlasting mindset defeats time. So if I know that I got time, then I know that I'm everlasting. I defeat this. Okay? So now I'm not scrambling. I'm not a crab in the barrel. I'm not worried about father time. I'm not a crab in the barrel. I'm not competitive that way. I'm not having my woman be a masculine energy because she's trying to get what she need to get in her time. I don't have to deal with no masculine energy female, and I don't have to, and no woman got to deal with no masculine. You understand? So because we're chomping at the bit, trying to get everything that we need to get in time. Nature already got it all figured out. All you got to do is float, relax, and breathe. to get through these motions. Floating, relaxing, and breathing is the epitome of being content and being at peace and allowing yourself to be in flow. Floating, relaxing, and breathing is the three things that are the epitome of being at peace, having contentment, and allowing yourself to be in the flow with nature. And y'all ain't doing this because you want it done your way. Okay? Everybody want to be Burger King. You want it done your way. Man, in my 46 years, I've learned that there's a better way than my way. There's a better way than your way. And there's a better way than the highway. There's a better way than anybody's way. And it's nature's way. That's what I've learned. I've learned that you got your will, you got her will, she got her truth, you got your truth, but then there is the truth. You got what you want to do, she got what she want to do, but then there is something that we all supposed to be doing. And when you start getting down to the nuts and bolts of purpose, then you'll start to understand that God didn't ask me to come here to work my ass off. God asked me to come here to reign and be at peace and be in abundance with what we would call the universal cosmic understanding. To be at peace and contentment that whatever designed the universe, designed it infinitely, designed it to be infinite, designed it for it to be everlasting. Remember that this is infinity. You can't see the infinity sign in that. Can't see the infinity sign. Whoever designed it, designed for it to be infinite, designed for it to be ever-changing, and all I got to do is ride that wave. And sometimes it's going to give me a calmness, but I still must float, relax, and breathe. And then at other times, it's going to give me some turbulence, but I still must float, relax, and breathe. So we should relax and let nature take its course. If you don't, then you're not a part of nature, El Gross. Okay? Simple and plain. If you're fighting against nature, it ain't going to happen. Okay? Because you want shit done your way. That is the story of Adam and Eve. Do y'all not understand? That is the story of Adam and Eve. Okay? That is the story of Adam and Eve. You want to do the will or your will. That is the two choices. You know, I got to stay on point, Stu. You already know, baby. We got to stay on point, baby. I ain't even gonna cut this thing on unless we down, right? So understanding this dynamic, right, of who I am, right? So I am somebody. I am is being something, but it's who I am. How many of you know who you are? It's the who I am. That's what you don't know. You don't know where I am because you done lost it. You don't know what I am because you done forgot it. So when you get sick with cancer, you forgot this. When you fucked up in poor or something, you talking about poor. Capitalism can't consider you to be impoverished unless you believe in that system. There's a lot. I'm over here in Africa. There's a lot of people over here that ain't got no money, but guess what? They believing in the money. But if you walk outside, these motherfuckers got fruits on the trees and shit growing everywhere, but they still by the dollar bill. Well, even though we got a lot of fruit trees, if you don't have money, you're broke out here. How the fuck you be broke, nigga, with all this food? You got food growing all around you, but it's about a rand that makes you rich or poor? What about the land? A rand makes you rich or poor, but I thought the land makes you rich or poor. So I done been over here 5 years now. I understand Africans are lost just like African Americans, just like Europeans, just like Asians, just like anywhere else. You can't hide from the lostness. I realize that now, y'all. I'm gonna confess right now on live on social media. You can't run from the lost. It don't matter what island you go to, don't matter what cubby hole you try to hide under. You can't run from this shit. So you're gonna have to fix it wherever you are. Africans' minds need to be fixed, just like African Americans, just like white people, just like Australians and South Americans and everywhere else on the planet. You can't run from this lostness on this planet. There used to be at one point I thought I could, but I realized you can't run from this. People are lost. They're confused. Nobody has been willing to come and teach us the truth without all the spookies, without all of the old ancient stories of ghosts and goblins and ghouls and gremlins and demons and this, that, and that. Don't nobody want that, so don't nobody. But if you look at everything, and I've been fortunate to go to 5 different continents, so I've seen this in 5 different species of people. And we're all in this bubble together. It is nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. Either you're going to fix the problem or you're going to be a part of it. Period. You're either going to fix the problem or you're going to be a part of it. Period. So we're going to fix it. And I don't give a damn who like it or who don't like it. I don't give a damn if I do it by myself or with family. This is my race to run, and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm charging all of you guys to get the same mentality, to get back in tune with your nature. What is it that I'm supposed to be here to do? Nothing, motherfucker. You're supposed to be here to do nothing but just observe and be a part of this abundance. You don't supposed to be here to do nothing but be. Remember that it ain't about where you been, and it ain't about you becoming something. Oh, I want to be this. Well, but you ain't even being you. How the hell you want to be something else when you ain't even being you? So you so fixated on what you have been or what you're becoming that you spend less time in the now being something. You already something. Nature already charted your course. You're going to be born and you're going to grow older. That's already innate in you from nature. So you don't have to do shit. The becoming is a baby becoming an adult. That's your becoming. Why are you trying to be doctors, lawyers, and judges and priests? You don't need to be nothing but the adult that nature already told you to be. You see how we're changing shit? Nature cooked the food for you. You call nature cooking food for you raw. You call nature's food. Nature done cook the food. Shit, some of these goddamn fruits and vegetables take months to make. You ain't never cooked nothing for months. You ain't never cooked nothing for months. But nature will cook an orange, it'll cook an apple, it'll cook all these vegetables for you, fruit for you for months. And you call it raw, man. You're saying that nature's food is raw. That's cooked food. That was baked by the sun. That was produced and baked, and that thing sat in that stove for months on end. But in your consciousness, in your human consciousness, you say that that's a raw apple, a raw orange, that's a raw fruit and raw vegetables, and that's cooked by nature. So then you go and think you can do better than nature, and you cook food that was already cooked from nature. And you wonder why you're sick. And then nature got abundance. So nature don't want you to refrigerate, because why you need to refrigerate something for? Tomorrow gonna be still some more oranges on the tree. You're gonna eat all the oranges. There's still some more watermelon, papaya, coconut. There's still some more cabbage. There's still some more this and that. So you don't have to refrigerate. But then we start to refrigerate, which that's when we start to get too consumptive. And if you go and do your research, you'll realize that when refrigeration was invented is when cancer got the rise. Because it's consumptive. There's a story in the Bible telling you about when there was 40 years in the wilderness and manna came from heaven. It said manna came from heaven. God fed the people. And then next thing you know, all the people putting that shit in their pocket. They were refrigerating that manna. And put something up in the freezer. Goddamn. They got that manna. They start refrigerating and put it in their pockets, putting it in their back pocket. I'm going to tuck some in my shirt. And, we're going to keep some for tomorrow. I call that refrigeration. But God said, why y'all doing that for? If I gave it to you today, I'm going to give it to you tomorrow. There's no need to hoard. Get what you need and move on. Hey, what are we doing with the light? The light. Yes. Open up. Wireless. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're trying to get you to understand, right? So this hoarding, it became consumptive. But we've been had it, as you can understand, that was a principle. That wasn't real, but it's a real principle. That this thing is abundant and that nature will give you everything that you, aka God, nature, is going to give you everything that you need. It's all set up for you. It's all an incubation for you. What do you need to do when you get here? Nothing. But what? Float, relax, and breathe. What do I need to do when I get into this life? What do I need to do? What's my purpose? Float, relax, and breathe so that you can get this, so that you can show contentment and peace with God's design. Anybody else? With God's design. The owner's manual will show you and try to answer some of these questions for you. Where am I? We locate you with your owner's manual. Who am I? We get you to understand that. What am I? We get you to understand that. So you understand what lessons that you need to be understanding as you go through the paradigm, okay? So all of that for a little funky music that we don't need no blood type. We don't need no blood sample. We don't need no stool sample, no urine sample, no hair sample, no saliva sample. We ain't going to prick you, prod you, or poke you. I ain't going to look up under no microscope because I don't need that. We don't need all this stuff. See, that's man's intellect. I'm not bashing nobody. And I know folks that's doing this in the herbal kingdom and y'all think they the shit. Oh, they die. Oh, you know that? You go over there, the girl, they take your blood and everything. You eat herbs. That's some bullshit because they don't know nature. They're big on man's intellect. You can't mix this shit. Either you want a real herbalist or you want what you think a herbalist should be. You cannot know God through man's intellect. Somebody to be able to show you God through your intuition. God is a spirit that must be taught through the spirit. I'm going to spend my life teaching you guys this. You cannot know God intellectually. It's a spirit. It's an intuitive thing. You got to just know it. It got to be feeling it. It's got to activate that thing in you. It's got to be something. That's why I said when y'all come on my channel, if my cuss words make you leave, you ain't spiritual. You intellectual. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm for anybody, but I might not be for everybody. And that's okay. But don't blame your ears on me. Oh, girl, he just, when he start cussing, it just do something to my spirit. You ain't in the spirit. You're intellectual. You're going off my words instead of off my energy. My words are not my energy. My energy is me. You see me, and you know what I'm good for, and you know what I'm trying to do. And I don't write no books, and I ain't finna come up here with no pre-written thing, and I ain't finna come up here with no agenda, and I'm not finna come up here with nothing but let it flow. And sometimes letting it flow mean the say how. Sometimes I be a loss for words. So I say what the first thing come up to me. Instead of saying poop, I'm gonna say shit. Sometimes. And it ain't to offend nobody. It's just the limited. I'm not your educator. I'm not here to articulate. I didn't come with man's enticing words. I came with the demonstrations of the Spirit's power. And a lot of you say you believe, but you don't know what you're believing in. You don't know what you're looking for. You can't teach spirit intellectually. It's got to be intuitive. And I hope I've done my job with allowing you guys to understand the differences in these things, in these people, in these things that you're seeing coming through your channel, coming through your environment, putting you on frequencies so that you'll know how to channel off the frequency. You know how sometimes your daddy be turning the TV channel, and then next thing you know, when he see Charles Bronson, or when he see, you know, I'm from the old school, so I'm gonna say some old school name. When he see old Charles Bronson, or when he see old Ironside, or when he see old Clint Eastwood, then he gonna stop. Because Charles Bronson hold a frequency. Oh, that one of them old good movie there. Oh, Charles Bronson, someone finna shoot somebody. Old Clint Eastwood, someone finna, good guy finna do some things to some bad guys, right? The old Ironside he finna solve a case. These things are frequencies, and so what I'm saying is social media is doing that to you, where you're flipping through and you're flipping through so fast, and that's fine. You keep on flipping, but don't you know that at some point you're gonna find your Charles Bronson, you're gonna find your Clint Eastwood. It's gonna be something that's gonna stop you. And what I'm saying is that's the intent, because they don't think that you know any more. They think that you're ignorant, and out of your ignorance, you're creating the industry in all areas of life. Okay. Anybody else? Real quick, you guys. Y'all got a question? Come on with it. I got about 20 something more minutes with you guys. If we get to 100,000 likes, I will do a birthday. If we do get there, if we don't, that's fine. Diana, and Dina said, Jesus, I don't know that. I don't know what there ain't no power in that name. There's power in your name. But ain't nobody gonna know you, Diana, and Dina, because you putting power in somebody else's name. You see? So watch what you're doing, because you know how many folks done scream Jesus that's still in the casket, but Jesus living forever. Jesus is everlasting. You know how many grandfathers and granddaddies scream Jesus' name, but Jesus living, but my granddaddy them dead. Why Jesus then everlasting life? Oh, you got to die to go to heaven, huh? Man, not even the pastor want to die to go to heaven. You know how many pastors I got? You know how many? Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know y'all don't know the back office of being this thing. Yeah, you know, every business got the back office, right? Y'all don't know the back office. You ain't even no pastor. You going to the church, but I guarantee you, your pastor, if he's on his deathbed, want to live. And here you go screaming Jesus. So my point to you is that Jesus already got here. Just do that. Dina, Diana, and they do whatever. What you got? You screaming another man's name that already got his just do. What power is in your name? Nothing. I'd rather for you to put your name down. I'd rather for you to put your name down. That's all. I love it. Jesus is a principle, though, so you definitely want to learn. Jesus is a principle, so you definitely want to learn it. We're doing energy work as far as Tai Chi, Qigong, for breath work. Is that something we can do as well? Don't get lost in the sauce, throat chakra. Okay? Do not get lost in this sauce. There's so many different ancient traditions that have tried to. Remember that I told you that when it comes to ancient traditions, I want y'all to know this. I will teach you this real quick. Remember that I told you that the only valuability to ancient stuff is the limited information. That's all. You got to look at where we at. We in 2025. You know how many people I done read about? I done read about all of the ancient Egyptians. I done read about all of the Kemetic people. I done read about Zep Tepi and all that type of stuff. Them folk didn't read about me. So you got to understand that Zep Tepi, Kemet, all of this ancient knowledge, all the way through Galen and Hippocrates, all the way on up to Pythagoras, and all the way through Michelangelo, Donatello, and all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, all the way on up to all the stuff that happened. We are the ones that can learn from all of that shit to be better. But they couldn't learn from us. The fallibility of the ancients is a limitation on the information. That's all. They just did not know enough. But for you and for learn from the failures, learn from the impartial information. So with that being said, is we supposed to be better than our people. Why in the hell you can't cure cancer? Why in the hell you can't cure AIDS and HIV? That shit, look, I'll give you, y'all hold on one second. This particular herb right here was used to cure HIV long time ago. But guess what they did? They took this off of the shelf. The herbs that are on the shelf today is not the herb that the people who used to heal used. Let me repeat that one more time. The herbs that are on the herb that they allow y'all to get, the commercialized dandelion root and echinacea and all this little bullshit that you're going to get. Now, I'm going to be real with you because that's what I do. I keep it real. I'm the realest nigga on this motherfucker. The herb that you're using are commercial herbs. They took these herbs that the old herbalists used to use off your motherfucking shelf in the name of what? Allergies. Oh, these are allergies. So if you got hay fever and stuff, you got to take this. But this always has been one of the best herbs to cure HIV. Now let them take me off the air for that shit. That shit been cured, y'all. This stuff been done, man. This ain't no rocket science. Here y'all talking about. Ain't no goddamn rocket science, man. This shit been done. But you got to do your research to understand. This shit been done. You got to do your research to understand. You want to cure your skin issues, avocado leaves. You want to cure AIDS, all that shit, ragweed. But they took those off and called them allergenic. And so therefore you can't get, you can go and get them in seeds, but you can't really go find no ragweed on nobody's shelf. The weeds. So you know they finna stop it, but the weeds. I'm going to let them stop it because I'm about to finish anyway. But I'm going to say what the fuck I need to say because this is going on YouTube. So you got seaweed. So Dr. Saban said, well, hell, you don't want to give me that. I go to the ocean and still get the seaweeds. But what is it about these things? They grow in the most egregious environment on the planet. And they clean and if that dandelion root can break open concrete to grow, hell, you think it'll do with a tumor? Y'all better come on now. If that dandelion, well, you keep cutting your grass, that something big keep going. You put up all the weed either you want, that something big keep growing. What you think it'll do to your little toxic environment? Keep drinking beer, keep eating this, that, and the third A. Yes. The same functionality you see it doing in nature is the same functionality they do in you. Seaweed, what does it do? It handles all of the poop and all of the piss and all of the litter and everything you put in the ocean, on top of all of the construct, the structure of the ocean as well. It handles all of that and filters all of that stuff and keep the ocean balanced. What you think it'll do for your waters? I.e. Irish mouse, bladderwrack, and all these other kelps and seaweeds like that. So you get these things, but they don't want you to have them. Okay? They don't want you to have them. They don't want you to have them. Okay? So that be the thing. How do I flush viruses? Yeah, I already told you they gave me the little violation warning right there, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here. How do you flush viruses? Do a detox. Okay, do a detox, man. You can go to the website, type in detox. That's the one you need. It's a 21-day lymphatic cleanse. That's what I got. I don't do colon cleanses. I don't do, all that. We don't try to hurt any kind of, not even about hurt, but we don't try to put a lot of energy on one body part. The lymphatic system does not have a pump. So it uses 4 pathways: sweating, breathing, urinating, and defecating. So when you get the 4-Eliminator detox, which is what's on the website, the 4-Eliminator detox is going to do what? 4 things: make you sweat, make you poop, make you pee, and if you got it in your lungs, we're going to make you cough that shit up. So that detox allows us to be able to eliminate as much toxins through those 4 pathways instead of just trying to get you to shit all of that out. That's impossible. Okay, it's impossible, and we can have an adverse effect on the colon to where now you ain't boo-booing properly because you done sat here and tried to poop all the toxins out. You can't do that. You get more toxins out through urination than you will ever do through a defecation. So why not use the urinary? But some of y'all got bad kidneys, so you don't want to taxate the kidneys either. So that means you want to sweat some of this stuff out. And some of y'all can sweat, and some of you can't sweat. So then, if you can't sweat, then how we gonna get it out through that? So then, hell, let's ask the lungs to help us out a little bit and cough some of this shit up out your lung. So it's a 4-pathway understanding that the lymphatic system takes. I've been doing this a long time, y'all. We know what we're doing. 4-Eliminator detox comes from this same system, the Honest Man. Mullein plant won't do nothing, bro. Mullein plant won't do nothing. There's better plants than mullein. Mullein is actually more better for swelling of your ankles than the lungs. Better herbs for the lungs. Elecampane, coat's foot, pleurisy root, all that type of stuff. But see, mullein, y'all done put mullein out there, and so guess what? There's an arms race for mullein. Mullein is not meant for everybody to go try to get it. So you might not be getting the right mullein. Irish mouse is not for everybody to go get at one time. It's a plant. So you're going to do the arms race. Oh, Irish mouse will heal everybody. Let's go get now you're going to get some fake ass Irish mouse. These plants ain't for the 8 billion people to go get. Stop trending this shit. You told me to take fenugreek, Altonet Fillmore. You told me to take fenugreek. No appendix surgery needed. Oh, man. Alto, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Because I remember you. I remember your story. And I know you was like, man, I ain't trying to get these folk to remove nothing. But the fact that you listen, I give people, I do this every day. Y'all don't listen to me. But some folk that do, you get the residual. I appreciate you for that. I'm glad that helped you. And that not only help you with the appendix stuff, but anybody dealing with diverticulitis, diverticulosis, all that type of stuff. Fenugreek is one of my master herbs for the digestive system, along with some other herbs. But man, alternate, man, I'm just glad that you listen, and I'm glad that you was able to defeat that. Because a lot of people have to go get that appendix taken out. And the thing about getting your appendix taken out is that that's a part of your lymphatic system. So that's one less army that you got to deal. That's one less army that can help you. So y'all getting these appendix taken out, you need that appendix because that appendix is there to help get rid of some of this shit in your blood. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of these things need to stay in your body. If you got a problem with your hormonal system, women, stop getting your uterus taken out. Stop getting fucking hysterectomies and stop getting your gallbladder taken out. And stop letting them take your thyroid. Y'all getting thyroid, gallbladder, appendix. That's been one of them old things. But I'm talking about right now, it's thyroid, gallbladder, and the uterus. Oh, I'm 50. I ain't gonna use it no more. But it's a part of your hormonal system, old crazy ass woman. It ain't about you having no goddamn babies. It's about your ass still being able to be in balance. The uterus is a part of an organ system that produces shit. It has a functionality way beyond baby making. Your gallbladder is a part of your digestive tract. It has a functionality way beyond the gallstones. I just didn't like the gallstone. My stomach used to hurt. Well, stop eating fucked up shit. But I could show you, just like I showed alternate, I could show you how to get rid of gallstones. It's just some old good apple juice and some other things. We'll do some apple juice and a little bit of olive oil, make it shit that shit out. The gallstones gonna come out. Kidney stones, all you need is a little chianca-pedra and a little bit of other herbs, and we're gonna break them stones down in the kidney, but you don't have to remove this stuff. Stop removing your organ. Now you get your thyroid taken out. That's a part of the same endocrine system that we're talking about, and your thyroid is third in charge. You got the pineal, you got the pituitary, which is the master sergeant, and then you got the thyroid, which is the one that's gonna tell everybody what to do. That master sergeant say do. Now you take this motherfucker out, and guess what? You put too much work on pineal and pituitary. Stop getting the organs taken out, y'all. Come to me first, not last. Come to me first, not last. Come to me first, not last. So they got me before you did, Cassie B. I understand. I told you that a lot of people come to me. We just not heard about you. We just not seen you. But then when you come to me, though, you like this, huh? Look, I need your energy. You need your energy. The herbs need your energy. Don't let them suck all the blood out you. Don't let them vampire you, and then you come to me, you dead on arrival. Without the toe tag. You dead on arrival without the toe tag. Okay? We need your energy. We need it. Help me with the thyroid, Lala. I can help you with the thyroid, Lala. Stop being so distrusting and so dishonest. Okay? Stop being so doubtful and trusting and thinking you're a conspiracy theorist. That's what's happening. That's what's going on with your thyroid. Also, you need to get around people who can respect your voice. Meaning, when you speak, people are listening to you. There's a lot of women going through this to where their voice is just not being heard. And guess what? It's messing with their thyroid. Where they just feel like they're just not being heard. Nobody's listening, right? And then that also comes with that doubt and trust and that conspiracy that everybody's out for you, everybody against you. That's your problem. It ain't your thyroid. It's your trust and your doubt. And you know what I'm talking about. And I don't even know, you ain't even got no picture up there, but you know I'm telling the truth. So I ain't even got to worry about it. I've been doing this too long. I eat little and exercise. I don't lose stomach. Help. I eat little and exercise and I don't lose stomach. Help. I'm not a weight loss person. If you want to be weight loss, then you need to fast and do what you got to do. Okay? I'm not here for weight loss, boss lady. Don't ask me about no weight loss. I don't want to cut you out because you knew. Okay. Look, I have my owners, man. I need to schedule a meeting. Cool. Schedule it. Contact me at the hours I told y'all about, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm currently in South Africa, you guys. So if you do want to talk to me, please save my contact and then also download WhatsApp and you'll be able to call me, okay? Because I can't talk to y'all on the regular phone. They're going to mess up my phone bill and yours. How I wish I was following you sooner with what herb to help gain weight. That's one. I don't do weight. Y'all get off that weight shit. Is that what it is? Liver help. I'm a woman who has melasma. Yeah, you come over here with that doctor jargon, then you're going to have to go to the doctor. Help with hives. Come on, man. Tiger Rays, hives ain't nothing but your what? Hives ain't nothing but the immune system, right? So there's some grief and depression going on in your life. Okay, grief and depression. Some sadness and some loss, and you're being emotional about it, and that emotions is starting to erupt through your skin because your emotions is causing too much toxicity in the blood. Because you're so emotional, you're allowing your endocrine system to excrete or secrete all these chemicals in the blood, and then you're being overwhelmed with all of this toxicity, and it's got to come out somewhere. Remember, I just told you that the lymphatic system uses 4 pathways: the skin, the lungs, the urinary, and then the defecation, right? So this is where you find mucus at when you get too toxic. You find mucus coming out of your lungs, right? You coughing up asthma, all whatever you want to call it. You'll start coughing up mucus, sinuses, all that shit. It's got something to do with what I'm telling you about. Skin, acne, bumps, boils, all of that. Again, lymphatic, autoimmune, immune system. The lymphatic system is the immune system. So anybody that's got these things coming out of their skin, out of their lungs, out of their poop, and out of their pee, automatically letting you know it's lymphatically. That means autoimmune. That means grief and depression. My appendix ruptured and had it removed. Anything I should take to supplement not having it anymore? Nah. Once you got it removed, that's on you, pimp. You're gonna forever have to strengthen your immune system. That's all I can tell you. Once you get the appendix removed, or once you get your tonsils removed, or once you get these little organs removed that are actually going to be very significant to your lymphatic system, then you have to make sure that you always are keeping your immune system up, because you got one less defensive mechanism in your body. That's all. I need thyroid help, sign magic. Yeah, you got doubt and trust issues. Okay. Doubt and trust issues, but we can help you. All you got to do is just DM me. We'll get you your owner's manual. No, I mean, like, health wise, what makes me bloated? I do not need to lose weight. If you're being bloated, you got stomach acid issues. Okay, stomach acid. That means you got a fucked up diet. What do you suggest for sickle cell? Sickle cell, all you got to do is get your owner's manual, and we'll get you the information that you need with that. Diabetes is self-control. Kidneys is stress and fear. Kalea Fry. So you got self-control issues and you got stress and fear. Ain't no herb gonna help that. You fix that, you fix your diabetes and kidneys. Herb for liver, self-control issues. Kendra loves ya. Kendra loves ya. Any liver issues mean you got self-control issues as well. Ain't no herb for self-control. You fix self-control, you fix the liver. Stop trying to get herbs for that little thing. Y'all need to know the root. The root is y'all doing some shit in the background. Yeah, you know I'm gonna do it. Be true. You know I'm gonna get their head right. They think they're gonna come on here and get some slick ass. No, I'm not gonna do that. I will get your. Look, when I start my video out by saying what I'm busting you upside the head with another hot banger boogie, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't never scared of now one of y'all. Okay. What herb helps your stomach? Again, self-control issues, Beck. That's what herbs gonna help you. Self-control. Come on, some herbs. I am Lee. Please don't try to put out no advice on here. Please, writing down everything you eat for the next 30 days ain't gonna help these folks, because that's not the root. Okay, stop trying to give advice if you don't know spiritual shit. These are spiritual issues going on with these people. They're not physical. Okay, fibroids, thumb high. The reason why you got fibroids, thumb high, is because you've had some trauma blocked into your particular area here. Okay, your lower abdomen, all this, there's trauma being blocked there. I don't know if you wanted to have kids. I don't know if your boyfriend left you, whatever, but you holding the trauma here, and that's why you got fibroids. It ain't fibroids, it's a trauma, a spiritual trauma you trapped in your vaginal area. I think it's got something to do with either the childbirth or relationships. Do you recognize 678 area code? Yeah, man, I'm from the 678. Here you talking about y'all don't forget now. We from the ATL, baby. I'm from the 678 now. I'm from the 404, the 678, the 770. You know what I mean? If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM me. We'll get you what you need. Bob Tazayan lupus. Bob Tazayan lupus is going to be grief and depression. Okay, right before you got diagnosed with the lupus, or whoever got diagnosed with the lupus, I can't say that was you, but right before that diagnosis, there was some sadness and some loss that had done happen. Okay, and that caused that autoimmune disease to come on to the floor. So that's why you need your owner's manual. We're going to teach you how to get over the grief and depression, and then also give you the herbs for the lupus. Okay, but everything is calculated, you guys. What we do from your birthday. Okay, again, we don't need all them other samples. We don't need no blood tests. We ain't gonna prick you, prod you, poke you. Is non-invasive, non-intrusive. All we require, all nature requires, is a birthday. That birthday is your time tag. That time stamp let me know everything I need to know. Okay, I got retinitis, pigmentosa. Eventually, they say I'll be blind. What would you recommend? To get your owner's manual, squad. I recommend you get your owner's manual. But again, what's really going on with you is that you've been delusional and feeling lonely for a while. Squad. You've been delusional and feeling lonely for a while, and that's starting to fuck with your eyesight because it fuck with your perspective. It's a spiritual thing. Once we can get you to fight this delusion and loneliness, you're not alone, bro. And even though it seems like you're going through a lot of this stuff and nobody understands, nobody's with you, you're not alone. And that is the delusion of it, is for something to make you think that you're alone and feel alone when you're really not. Now, this starts to thwart your perspective. Now, that perspective is how you perceive things, right? So now you got some shit blocking your motherfucking perspective, but you call it retinitis pigmentosa. But it ain't retinitis pigmentosa that's blocking your perspective. It's delusion and loneliness. But under the machine, they're gonna call it retinitis pigmentosa. You buy the owner's manual, they put it in there where they buy this stuff at. Owner's manual, go to the DM. Thank you for sharing with us your explanation, support, and knowledge. Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But just DM me. You guys will get you what you need for the owner's manual. Okay? Yeah. Squad. I got you on the herbs, man, but I got to get you guys to see this spiritual thing, because the herbs, if I give them to you, they won't work if you don't do the spiritual work. Because it's the spiritual stuff. Remember, I told you, if you suppress this stuff, this is what's causing these problems. I got to get the spirit. I got to get that shit out of you for the herbs to work, and then you ain't got to do it no more. I ain't got to take these herbs for the rest of my life. No, if you do the spiritual work. Do I got to take these herbs for the rest of my life? Yes, if your ass don't. These are herbs, y'all. They ain't going to do shit. You are a spiritual being. We got to get that shit down and taken care of. Thank you so much, Tasha. You're amazing. Oh, thank you very much, Tasha. Squad said, I'm so ready. Yeah, just DM me, bro. I got you. Much gratitude. Alejandro say, I am. There it is. Make that declaration, baby. Can we do the spiritual work without the herbs? Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, May J. I mean, actually, that's my recommendation. That's why I'm teaching this shit for free on here, and then trying to get you to understand. Now, the owner's manual, you might have to get that just to know what spiritual tendencies. But yeah, if you could, but here's the thing, May J. Here's the thing. You can do the spiritual work without the herbs, but do you know what spiritual work to do? May J. You can do the spiritual work without the herbs, yes. But do you know what spiritual work to do? You would still need your owner's manual for. Because the only way we would know that there's a spiritual thing that's bugging you is because it's created a disease. Now, everything ain't always created a disease at the time that you hear me now, but it can. And if you are dealing with something, it's easy for us to know. Let's say what I'm trying to say is, you say, well, I don't want to take herbs, but I got high blood pressure. Fine, then I know what spiritual situation you got, because you got a physical situation. But if you ain't got no physical situation, then it's very hard to know what spiritual situation, because it hasn't festered long enough to cause something. Okay? Raw to the truth, just DM me. I'm on my way to healing from my grief and sadness, but now it seems the lupus is here to stay. I know it because you ain't healed yet, Bob to Zion. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, baby. Okay? That's what I was trying to tell you. You can't heal the lupus because you ain't healed the grief. You say, well, I'm on my way. Yeah, until you get there, the lupus gonna stay. That was my point. And I don't even know you. You know what I mean? You just said lupus, right? But I knew that you were dealing with that. And I know you saying you're dealing with it, but I'm saying to you that lupus won't go nowhere, because lupus is an incurable disease, according to man. And that's intellect. But intuition says it can be cured, because it's stemming. Any incurable disease is spiritual. Okay? Anything that you have to do for the rest of your life is a spiritual thing. That's why meds don't work. That's why machines don't work. That's why any inorganics don't, that shit, herbs don't work, because herbalists don't know how to do the spiritual part. So you got to be able to do that spiritual work, and then lupus will go away. Spiritual work along with the right herbs, bye-bye lupus. And I've had people I done dealt with all this stuff. So I know exactly all these diseases. I know what to deal with them. Okay. But a lot of people don't get that cure, and they think that my shit don't work. It do. Because it's done showed them some herbs will give you a little bit of glimpse to say, yeah, man, this shit goddamn okay. But I'm talking about heal. Heal and cure is a permanent state. That means you don't have to keep taking stuff for the rest of your life. And that don't happen because they don't do the spiritual work. I had no clue I had self-control issues. Now I have to face myself. Yeah, if you got a problem in digestively, liver, gallbladder, and stomach and pancreas, yeah, you got self-control issues. Connie, you know, I love my elders, Connie. Don't come on my goddamn live ask me about no ivermectin. I don't give a damn about ivermectin, Connie. If you want some healing or solution to your problems, then tell me what you're looking for, but don't ask me about no goddamn ivermectin. I love my elders, but I cuss your ass out, Connie. Get out my shit, ask me about medications. Can't you see that I'm natural? I don't give a damn about no ivermectin. I feel like my problem is depression, losing cysts. I'm definitely getting the man. See, I knew, boss lady. And boss lady, you ain't even tell me that. You said it was your issue. You see how y'all coming up? It's starting to regurgitate. You starting to throw it up now. But that's what we want. We want you to throw up that demon. Demons are deadly emotions. Let me repeat that. Demons are deadly emotions. Let me repeat that one more time for TikTok. Demons are deadly emotions. Let me repeat that one more time for YouTube. Demons are deadly emotions. There ain't no spirits. There ain't no somebody hiding in your closet. There ain't no ghost. They're your emotions. Diagnosed with grave disease, doubt and trust issues. Got rid of my stress. What should I take as far as herbs? Now, you ain't get rid of your stress because it wasn't stress. It was doubt and trust. TLC is just for me. You are a conspiracy theorist. You can't trust and you doubt every motherfucking thing going down the pipe. That's you. But you can't keep doing that. It's hurting because God didn't meant for you to come here. Nature did not meant for you to come here and not be trusting. You got to be able to trust in nature. Again, the stomach issue and the fact that you said self-control issues are definitely present. King. Oh yeah, nah, yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, I'm here to do my job, and that's to tell you the truth. How do you do a parasite and heavy metal cleanse? If you guys are looking for detox and all that type of stuff, go to the website, type in detox. It's a 21-day lymphatic cleanse. It's also got the parasitic herbs in there like wormwood and black walnut and all that. So it's an all-encompassing detox, you guys. Heavy metals. It's got all that stuff in it that you need. Heavy metal, parasite, lymphatic, and toxins, and everything that you want to do is in the 21-day detox on the website. Thank you. You just don't know what you've done for me so quickly. No, all I'm trying to do, boss lady, and I thank you for saying that. All I'm trying to do, though, is let you know how much nature knows you. It ain't me. I ain't this not tarot. Nah. I'm just letting you know that from what I'm teaching you, this is nature knowing you. We run into these things by accident. But nature could have been told you that these are your tendencies. And if you knew the road to your destiny, then you'll learn how to circumvent some of them potholes on the way down. And the owner's manual serves as a guide for you to circumvent a lot of these potholes because these are your guys' tendencies. I got some, you got some, everybody got some. And the easier the trip is to our destination is how well we know how to circumvent. And that's why we teach you about the human frame and the human design so that you can know that nature did not ask for you to come in here and be in this dynamic the way you think that this is hell, you think this is bad, you think this is so much stress and life is so. No, if you get back in tune with nature and you get back in contentment and get back with peace with nature, you'll see that if you can just be patient and relax and float and breathe a little bit and know that nature got you, God got you, you'll be cool. And God don't care nothing about you knowing the destination. Where the HPV virus come from spiritually, guilt and unforgiveness. Be true. Guilt and unforgiveness. Okay, something happened to you that you ain't been able to forgive or get over the guilt of. Sexual, it's gonna be sexual in nature, but if something happened to you sexually that either you cheated or somebody did something to you, and that's been lingering, and that causes you to be very open sexually and do some stuff you know you ain't got no business doing, right? And it's just because of this guilt and unforgiveness that you still haven't been able to relinquish or release from yourself. And that's the real problem. Okay. Now it's past 6 o'clock. So obviously some people are trying to call me, you guys. So I got to get off of here, man. I love you guys, bro. And it's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Please go tell somebody to go tell somebody about your homie HealER. And until next time, love HealER. Yes, sir. Woo say. Love y'all, man. Peace, 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 peace. DM me if you got